Hey everyone, how you doing? This is Chris McPherson. I'm here with my partner and great friend Jerry Livingston, and of course Bandit. The Jack Russell is going to be joining us again tonight. But Jerry and I decided to kind of get together and throw this video together. My great friend Jerry Livingston. Hold on, and of course Bandit. The Jack Russell is going to be joining us again tonight. But Jerry and I just—that's kind of funny.
What happened? Just started playing without us?
No, I had my Google Plus account open. So I started playing the video right behind this.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, well, apologize for that, everyone. But Jerry and I wanted to get together tonight and just kind of discuss some home business facts. Why a home business? Why should people consider a home business? What are the benefits of a home business? Why are we doing it? And why we think everyone should take the opportunity to start a home-based business. In home-based business, there's many avenues for a home-based business. We've got, you've got network marketing, direct sales. You can do online marketing. You can do social media marketing, affiliate marketing. There's so many different avenues of starting a home-based business. In fact, there's, companies that will actually, hire you out. So you can be like a freelancer, if you're a writer or whatever. And there's some great benefits that come along with a home-based business. And we just kind of want to discuss that. We actually have no scripted plan. We didn't really come up with any ideas that we're going to take this video or how we're going to discuss this video. We just decided, sometimes of our best conversations are just, let's talk about it and let's get it out there and see what people think. And we're hoping that if you do have a chance to watch the video and you like the video, to subscribe to our YouTube channel and leave some comments. We'd love to hear from anybody and everybody. And anyway, let me bring on Mr. Jerry Livingston so he can say hi to everyone. Jerry, why don't you come and say hello to the crowd?
How we doing, everybody? Happy to see everyone. Hopefully everyone has enjoyed the nice weather where they live, whether it's sunny or wintry. Would you like me to start off the conversation, Chris?
Yeah, why don't you just kick it off? Like I said, we have nothing scripted, so I just let her fly.
Sure. Well, Chris and I had a little discussion before we got on this call, and we wanted to talk a little bit about how the economy has affected all of us. Chris in one way, me in another. So you imagine we have 290 million people in the United States, and how that could affect everybody's economy. So what we wanted to discuss is about the U economy, which is my economy, Chris's economy, and ways that we can counteract that, because the government's certainly not trying to help us, and I don't see anybody getting any pay wage increases anytime soon, and they're hard to come by, and nor do people want to ask because they're so worried about getting fired by asking. So you have to kind of be creative and come up with your own ways. And as Chris had stated before, he came up with some, whether it's being working as a subcontractor, working as an affiliate for a company, or whatever it may be, or you could work a part-time job, which doesn't necessarily always work out to benefit either your family or you, because the amount of money that you make, you get taxed, or someone has to watch the kids and you have to pay it in daycare. There's so many other factors that play into that. So but Chris and I just wanted to kind of discuss it, because we know it's always a constant in our minds, and we we're not trying to say that we all share the same pain. So we're just trying to find alternatives to make it better for everybody all the way around. So go ahead and jump in, Chris.
Well, yeah, it's like you say, you go find a part-time job and all that, but if you're having to commute, if you're having to get a babysitter, get daycare, it really weighs. I saw, it was probably a year or so ago when they showed a report about married couples, and after they had their first child, the woman was always like, well, I need to go back to my job. And they were actually showing with the cost of daycare these days, commuting and buying your clothing for business, all the expenses, it was almost money saving for the mother to stay home with the children. But nowadays, everyone believes that you have to for a dual income society where the husband and the wife need to work to make ends meet. And unfortunately, it basically is true.
Yeah.
And I think that's changed a lot of our society. I think nowadays, when you look at the younger generations and their respect levels at times, the things that they do, I think maybe it was because, they really weren't in an environment with having a solid parent around to guide them through a lot of the steps. I think a lot of it was both parents were gone most of the time at work. And basically these kids were growing up with their video games, with their television, and nowadays with their cell phones. I mean, kids now 5, 6 years old have cell phones that are playing every game and app that exists. But I'm kind of getting a little off topic here, but Jerry mentioned something called the U economy, and that's you. What's your economy, and how can you help create a new economy for you? And a lot of people today don't actually realize that there is opportunity out there. People have started to lose faith in the fact that there may be something better for them out there. They're kind of stuck in their routines, they're stuck in their habits, they're stuck in their environment, and they don't realize that there is something wide open for them. And that's a home-based business. And it doesn't discriminate. It doesn't discriminate between education or age or income levels or anything. If someone is willing to get in and put in the work, anyone can become successful at a home-based business. And I always say, people are one skill set away from doubling their income. And what I mean by that is just learning a new skill set. For example, let's throw out social media marketing. Social media is obviously such a huge part of our lives now. And there is a whole new industry or a whole new profession that was basically developed out of this, and it's social media marketing. So there are people out there that are making incredible incomes, and all they do is deal with social media all day long. So they may represent one company, 10 companies, 50 companies, and they just take over their social media platforms. And that's a whole new economy for people. And so it's one skill set away from doubling your income, maybe retiring yourself, working for yourself, one skill set away. And that one skill set away is basically one choice away. And I think a lot of people are afraid to make a choice that it's outside their comfort zone. I mean, do you agree with me, Jerry, on what I'm saying here?
I absolutely do, Chris. You're absolutely right. People are afraid. They're very, very much in fear because this is not a situation or position they've been in their lives. And for those who have never experienced anything like this, where you're struggling to make ends meet, you could potentially lose your house and your car. Your marriage is in, shambles, and you got everything. The walls are crumbling down around you, and you don't even know where to start to pick the pieces up. And we have a viable option like you've been discussing, and it isn't for everybody. But at the same time, I mean, if you sit there and do nothing and you wait for everything to crumble down on you, it's going to be too late. You need to act now when you know there's a problem, and start making, because you will increase your confidence and you will increase your quality of life by knowing there is something and it is working. And then you'll work harder towards it, and you'll be able to work yourself out of whatever situation you're in.
Yeah.
You'll adapt to the situation.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you a question, Jerry. If you want change, if you stay doing exactly what you're doing, you want change, but if you continue doing exactly what you're doing now, Will change happen?
No,
Is it amazing how
can't put it any more clear.
right, yeah, exactly. I mean, I can't believe how many people we talk to are no, my circumstances are going to get better. Well, what are you doing to make your circumstances better? Well, I'm just going to wait it out. What are you waiting out? I mean, that's like playing the lottery. And the people that truly want to change, they're willing to change their habits. They're willing to change what they do. They're willing to step out of a comfort zone and do something new. And they're willing to learn something new to become more. And you see these people and they are so extremely excited. And you know what? Obviously, everyone wants to have some more income, but the greatest thing about the home business, and you know, talking about home business facts, is it's your new excitement. You live life differently. You are now your own boss, which is exciting. It's self-rewarding. Spiritually, it's rewarding. You don't have someone telling you what to do. You get to make your decisions. And here's the biggest thing. Everyone wants more money, but money can only get you things. I'm telling you the one thing that people want more than anything, but they don't realize it because they think it's money, but it's the freedom of time. Today in our society, people basically are renting out their time to someone else so that other person can live a life and have the freedom with their time. I mean, do any of you work for a boss or for a company where the people that are doing extremely well are constantly going on vacations? They decide they don't want to come in on Friday. They're going to go play golf. They have the time to do things. If their children have a school function, they just walk out. They don't even tell anyone because they own the business. They make those decisions. But you don't have that luxury because you are allowing someone to dictate your time. And you're allowing someone to tell you what you're worth. I mean, are you worth $12 an hour? Are you worth $15 an hour, $20 an hour? Whatever it may be. Whatever they're paying you, they are telling you what you're worth. When you own your own home-based business, you then get to start determining your own worth. But we've seen it. I mean, like Jerry said, this isn't for everyone. We've seen people come in and say, yeah, I think I'll do this. I think it sounds good. I want change, but they don't work for it. They don't do anything. They don't do anything. And then they're like, well, nothing's happening. It's because you're doing nothing. And so the one thing about a home-based business is you do have to take action, and there is a lot of work. And we just hope that you don't get caught up in what a lot of people do or a lot of people say out there today, is that just do these few little things and you'll be rolling in $10,000 a month in no time. They don't exist. You slowly build up your business and then you hit a point where it just elevates and you can't stop it. And that's what's exciting. That's where Jerry and I have got to the point of happening with us. And it is so exciting. It's so rewarding. Jerry, why don't you discuss how rewarding? I mean, just kind of reiterate what I've been saying. I want you to jump in here.
Yeah. Well, as if you guys have listened to any of our other videos, I mean, I've struggled. You know, I had a time of struggle where I was in between jobs and, you know, I was living in my car for a short period of time and it was very humbling. But I'll tell you right now, by that happening for that period of time, it made me think really hard and long about never being back in that situation. So I'm telling you, it's like a fighting dog right now. And you're digging and clawing and using your brain and trying to work smarter and not harder. And I think with Chris and I together, we're a dynamic duo. We're actually one brain, one mind, one focus. It's incredible. So I would assume, I would suggest if you guys ever get into this business, you want to team up with somebody or team up in a group and be a mastermind, because that's when businesses really grow, because you got to work as a unit. If you work as an individuals, you get individual results and they're nowhere near what a team results could be. And so, like I said, I can tell you firsthand from the bottom up, and I worked my ass off to get that money together to get me in a position to meet the timing. And then you and I, Chris, have put our efforts together to really study hard and focus on one skill to make us really, you know, a huge, to make a huge dent in this business and pick up a lot of this market penetration in the forefront, because we're focused on the end game immediately. And for those of you that don't know what the end game is, it's an exit strategy in a business. And most businesses in the network marketing industry, they don't teach this because they don't have a plan in place. This company happens to have that in place, so it was like another check mark to say this is a no-brainer. But at the same time, you still have all the same advantages that you would in a network marketing or MLM business, except even more. There's no breakage, so that the money doesn't go back to the company; it goes back to the organization, meaning us. So, and there's so many pluses. And I mean, as companies, as we get older and more aware, more and more companies will start being more, catering to the customer and catering to the business associate. But our company has already done that. And so I'd say, you want to take your time and look at the company and study and see its leadership. And the leadership tells a lot. And like I said, I mean, nobody's perfect. I mean, you're gonna fall, and then you're gonna crawl, and then you're gonna walk, and then you're gonna run. We all go through the phases, but it's all with who you want to run with. Chris and I feel like we have a really solid game plan going forward, where I think in 20 years that both of us have been in this type of industry, that we haven't had this kind of confidence that we have right now, because we know what we're doing works. But we're looking for some other people that want to, share in that same success and share in that same one vision and that team unity, and come together and really make something big and change a lot of people's lives. It's not going to change everyone's lives, because it's all going to be, dependent on what you bring to the table and how hard you work. Because it's an online business, it doesn't mean you have to work any less than a regular job. You got to work hard, but it's rewarding financially on the back end, because you're worth more than $10, $12, $15 an hour. But it will show in what the stuff that we're going to teach you to do, which is productive stuff that's income producing, versus stuff that you think like organizing your desk and going through your bills like that. That's not what we do. That's not going to grow. That's not income producing for us. So.
Well, and I'm gonna, on top of that, I mean, here we are talking about home business facts. It's it comes down to the fact that, again, like I said, this is about freedom, and not only time freedom but emotional freedom. And Jerry's saying you have to work hard. You do. You have to work extremely hard. But it's well worth it, because you're doing it for yourself. You're doing it for your family. So it's different than being at a traditional job, working extremely hard just to make $10, $15, $20 an hour. It's rewarding in the fact that just you feel more elevated. You feel excited. You feel more worthy, is what really it comes down to. It's because you made the choice and you said, I've got to make something happen in my life, and I want it to be different, but in a much better way, because I'm looking at my family, I'm looking at my children, I'm looking at, the people that are the closest to me, and I want them to have more. I want them to experience life more than we go to work, we come home, we go to bed, we wait for the weekend, and then maybe we'll go out and do something fun on the weekend. And life isn't meant to be lived like that. I mean, life is to be lived. And Jerry and I are very adamant that the real we do and the time and effort that we put into it is for our families. I mean, it isn't about, making $20 million in 3 years. It's not about, being the number one person in our company or whatever. And when I say that, it's you're an independent business owner within larger companies in what we're doing. You're not after that. The true things that you're after is giving your family, your kids, a legacy to follow. And for me, this home-based business and I come from traditional businesses that I've owned and been a top manager in for years and years, and it was so political, and it was emotionally straining, physically straining. You'd come home exhausted. Your kids would want to do something with you, and you were too tired to do it. You were always committed to your business. I missed many functions that my son had that I wasn't able to be there. And this truly is an avenue where you can literally take back control of your life and make you the CEO of you. You're no longer going to have CEOs dictating down to you or bosses. You are your boss. You're your own CEO. It's your economy you're creating. Now, this isn't something, and I want to get this point in here because we don't want anyone to think that, yeah, it's hard work. You can start this, you can get going, and great. I can go tell my boss I'm done. It's not that case. I mean, for most people, Jerry and I always explain to them, start building up your business part-time whenever you have time. It's your business. So no one's going to be sitting there going, oh, you missed this deadline, or you missed that deadline. It's your business. It doesn't happen. So that's one of the great things about this. But also, when you come into this business, you want to keep whatever you're doing traditionally. You got to pay the bills. You got to do that. What you do is you ramp this up and you start realizing, okay, I've made an extra $500 a month. Now I'm making an extra $1,000. Now I'm up to $5,000. When you start hitting $5,000, $10,000, then you can maybe, or even less. It depends on what you're making now and what your bills are. But you ramp it up, in essence, part-time. But you're still putting in the work. And when you get to that position where you can go to your boss and say, you know what, I'm my own boss now. I'm sorry, but you're going to have to replace me. You need to find someone new. I'm done. I've had enough. I'm over this. I just want to get that there because too many people come into this or they see something online where someone says, in 30 days, we're going to get you to quit your job. You'll be able to quit your job. And I'm going to tell you that doesn't exist. Jerry and I have been in this industry, dabbling at times, but now we've been fully on board for the last few years in this home-based business industry. For me, 20 years, for Jerry, almost 20 years. And I've seen it all. I've seen the hype. I've seen the stories people tell people. Some people don't care about the person they're delivering the message to because they don't know who they are, and they can hide behind a computer. I mean, so it's very easy for a lot of people to give bad information, to play with people's lives, and think that something incredible is going to happen. And one thing about Jerry and I, we will always be very upfront and very forward. And I know that we've lost, or not necessarily lost, but we know people have turned away and probably went chasing the hype versus joining Jerry and I and our team and our organizations, the people that like a mastermind where we're working in a very close-knit structure doing incredible things. I mean, man, are we excited, Jerry, or what? Man, I am so excited right now about what we're doing. But don't fall for the hype and realize it's going to take a little time to build up. But there will be a time where you completely own your freedom. And nothing is better than supplementing your income as you get to that stage. I mean, what would you do with an extra $500 a month right now? And I want to bring up this point because it just popped in my head, Jerry. I know I'm taking a little long. I'm going to get you back on here. But so today I'm driving home, and on occasion I'll listen to NPR radio. And I was listening to NPR radio, and the host was talking to some economist, and they were talking about a big poll that they had recently done asking people if you would be able to come up with $400 right away if you had a major unexpected expense or something pop up. And 49%, and they all demographics, many different cities, they did this poll. 49% of the people said they could not come up with $400. And they weren't just talking about low income. They were talking low income, middle income, and middle high incomes. People couldn't come up with $400, and that's because people are cash strapped. People in this country carry so much credit, they don't know what to do with themselves. They look like they're living a good life, but it would only take one major consequence, and they'd lose everything. Their home, their cars, everything. And this is one of those things where people can seriously dive in, learn some skills, put in the work, and change their lives. That's what Jerry and I are doing. That's what we want to help other people to do. Jerry, come on back on, man.
Just to add to what Chris had just spoke of, there's also the beautiful side of this business that if you do go to work, there is some real incredible financial rewards. I personally have two close friends of 20 years in the local area that are in this industry, and they've been in this industry for a while, and they're making over six figures. And they're doing it consistently, and they've done it consistently in multiple businesses. So that being said, that's not to say that it's going to happen for you or me or anybody else, but the opportunity is there to make that CEO executive money. And so I strongly suggest that if this is an industry that you do decide to steer yourself towards, that you give it your full and honest effort, you hold yourself accountable, and you treat it like a true business. And if you don't treat it like a true business, it'll certainly pay you like it's not a true business, because it is what it is. You're only going to get out of it what you put into it. And that's it, plain and simple. And I think I want to leave it at that, people. And like I said, I just hope that you guys, I know what it feels like to be, looking up with the shark swimming above you, trying to get to the top of the, ocean to breathe. It's very hard. It's very frustrating, but you got to go through it. And whatever it takes, that's the mentality you have to have. And you just got to plunge forward.
Well, I agree with you 100%, but I also want to put in, even those that are out there that are struggling, who need difference, it can happen. You put in the work. But also, when it comes to home-based business, we know many attorneys, doctors, professors, people that had incredible careers that started a home-based business just to supplement some income and try something new, who have now left those professions because of that freedom. I mean, doctors work their tail ends off. They don't have that much freedom. They're always working. Attorneys, same thing. But my point being is a home-based business is perfect for anyone. It doesn't matter if you've been struggling, if you're doing well. It is such an incredible asset to have, because in most home-based businesses, particularly like what Jerry and I are doing currently, when you have an incredible product or service like we do, and you have all kinds of customers, and they continue to use it and use it and use it and use it and use it, that's residual income. That's income it rolls in. You did the work once, and the money continues to flow. And that's what we love about it. And that's why people, real estate agents and the doctors, they see that, and that's what excites them. Nothing excites someone that knows financials inside and out than residual income. Residual income is the best income you can ever make. And that truly to make residual income for anybody, no matter their age, education level, is a home-based business. particularly direct selling, network marketing, somewhere in that arena. But anyway, we just wanted to throw out a quick video and just kind of discuss some home business facts. I hope it resonates with some of you, and if anything, we want people to open their minds and think about the possibilities of what they could do, how they could change themselves, how they could help out their family. That's our biggest goal with this video. We're not here to try to get anybody to join us into our business or anything. If you want to contact us, absolutely, you'll see an email below this video. But our main goal with this video is if we can open people's eyes and say, hey, there is hope and you can do something new to change your life, then we win. That's what we want, because too many people are out there struggling, and we want to be part of the solution. So I guess with that said, Jerry, do you have anything else, or will we call it a night?
I'm flush, Chris.
All right, man. All right, everyone. Well, thanks for being on the video. And, like I said, if something resonates with you or whatever, leave a comment down below. Subscribe to our channel. You'll see some more videos from us. Some we do talk about our business, and others we don't. We have videos like this. Please subscribe or get a hold of us or leave a comment.
We'd love to hear from you guys.
Absolutely. All right, Jerry, it was good to see you, brother.
You too.
We'll talk soon. Bye, everybody.